Greetings, my name is Brandon Frame and I'm the Director of Social Emotional Learning at the Urban Assembly. And we've been here in New York City, going from borough to see the Strong Resilient New York City initiative in person, right? And see high quality social emotional learning happening across the city. Our journeys have taken us to Queens. We're here in the Astoria neighborhood of Queens, and we're here at the Steinway to see how they are prioritizing social emotional learning and academic development and making sure that students are developing social emotional skills alongside the academic skills simultaneously. I'm excited to get a chance to visit Principal Williams and the Steinway and see how they have prioritized social emotional learning and academic development. So let's go see it in action. Come on.
From Urban Assembly.
Oh,
good
Principal
to
Williams,
see you.
how are you?
Good to see you.
So
welcome,
you.
welcome.
So, I've been on this journey through New York City. They have this initiative, Strong Resilient New York City, seeing schools doing high quality social emotional learning. And so I heard through the grapevine that the Steinway was a place that I needed to come to see high quality social emotional learning in action. Is this true?
This is true.
So can you tell me just a little bit about what you've been doing to prioritize social emotional learning and academic development here at the Steinway?
Well, what we did is embed SEL skills in our pirate philosophy. That's our core philosophy that helps me lead like a pirate, the teachers teach like a pirate, and the students learn like a pirate. That's from David Burgess's pirate philosophy. What we did is we basically took the Castle 5 skills and did a crosswalk, and we found that the Castle 5 skills give the children the language to use to learn like a pirate. So we're really excited about the work we've done this year.
That's outstanding, and I think that's just so powerful to see that. I even heard about a logo change or an update to really think about social emotional learning.
Yes, we added the Castle 5 to our school logo. So it's cut in the middle, and you see Learn Like a Pirate on one side, Castle 5 on another, and this is what we did this year. We're very excited about it.
I heard a little bit too about the support from central office around this work. So can you tell a little bit about how that's been helpful for the work here at the Steinway?
I would say our superintendent and our deputy superintendent, they helped us learn how to make it systemic, and that's what pushes the work forward.
So I'm hearing this high quality SEL in action, but I want to see it. So today, can we go around the school today and talk with support staff and teachers and students and hear about how everything you're talking about is happening throughout the school?
Absolutely. I'm so excited to take you around the building today so you can see SEL in action.
Let's do it. I'm excited and thank you.
I champion social emotional learning because children learn best when their individual needs are met.
Because it encompasses the whole student and a whole human being.
Students need to have a connection to what we are reading and writing about.
Perfectly aligns with the 4 domains in the music classroom, which are creating, performing, responding, and connecting.
Because it helps build character. Now, being a physical education teacher, it allows students with social and emotional challenges to set goals, to build healthy relationships, to make good decisions.
When I was growing up, it was kind of a one-size-fits-all approach to education.
You know, we need to focus on educating the whole child, and this is where social emotional learning takes place.
It's very important, I think aside just from academics, our role as educators also is to develop good citizens.
But we're realizing more and more that if a child's social and emotional needs aren't met, then their educational needs can't be met.
I think it's very important to help the students develop their life skills, especially at this particular age. If we could help them embed the Castle 5 skills in their daily routines, then we know we'll send them off to high school successful.
Like really encompasses like everything you need to succeed. You know, not only are you surviving, but you're thriving. So that's why I champion SEL.
Urban Assembly is amazing. Once we found out what was happening, we set up that first meeting in September, and we were really able to push the work after that first meeting because we developed concrete next steps.
One of the most important social emotional skills I am proud of has to be happiness.
I'm working on self-management.
I feel like being able to like communicate with others and stuff, like not being shy to do anything.
Sharing with other people.
Making responsible choices.
I would have to say I'm most proud of myself in learning how to talk with people more.
I think I've grown in talking with like teachers and like more maturity.
I used to be like really nervous and like always stutter when I'm talking to like new people, but now I can make eye contact and I can engage in what they're saying.
And I feel like here I'm able to speak more openly and speak to other people about how I feel.
Social emotional learning is where it shows like the emotional environment of your classroom and like wherever you are.
I believe that SEL is important because it gives students and teachers the opportunity to realize that everyone has problems.
It's important because you have to have a close relationship with your teachers and you get to know each other like better.
I'd say it's important because you get to know how everybody's doing, if they're feeling down, what to say about how they're feeling, how to comfort them. It just helps you feel emotionally stable.
It's a way that children can, and people like me, can learn how to express their feelings.
Social emotional learning is the way we should understand others' emotions. We have to respect each other because like we all want respect back.
At the Steinway, we've embedded it in all our core subjects. We added advisory this year, but more importantly, we followed the Chancellor's priority in September to embed it in all the core subjects.
It makes the students feel that they're not alone. So even if it's not an academic question about social emotional learning to connect with history or fiction, it just might be, you just have to vent for a few minutes.
You could walk into any classroom at any given time and teachers are doing the social and emotional learning.
The teachers, the guidance counselors, social workers, paras, school aides, we all work together to help identify children, what are their triggers.
We are big on distributive leadership here. We have model teachers, they lead the work. So when the team gets together, you really need to use your Castle 5 skills.
It's not a one-size-fits-all. Nothing in education really is. We gear it towards the students.
It's built into teachers' lesson plans.
This is like amazing because I tell them from day one, we learn from our mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And because of this SEL initiative, kids are so much more confident.
So being a phys ed teacher, it's great because when the kids come to us, we're able to just piggyback on what they're doing in their classrooms and implement it into our curriculum.
So the first step I take in embedding SEL into my lessons is deciding which Castle 5 skill would enhance my students' mastery of the learning objectives.
So in each class, you'll have a check-in. We took the curriculum, we audited the curriculum, and we built in each unit social and emotional learning prompts that align with the topics. And that's what you'll see today in the classroom.
In science, before we even start doing any work, our teacher, she gives us a paper and she asks us like to write our feelings on like, how do you feel today? Like a smiley face and stuff.
There's some really strong senses of classroom community, no matter what classroom you walk into, because they're all embedding SEL.
Makes me like feel like I'm being heard and feel like other people are also being heard.
We were reading this book, To Kill a Mockingbird, and when we were using social emotional learning, we basically were thinking how the characters felt in the situation.
These skills, these social skills that we have, communicating, with each other, with you, it's part of life.
I use it at home because like if my like sisters are like being like annoying, I would have to try to find a way to like not avoid myself from getting like very angry and stuff.
I think that it's important, especially for middle school students, to learn social emotional learning is because
they are the ones that sort of think they're either like too cool for school or they think that they can just keep it all inside.
It really helped me connect with my teachers because the past few years have been tough.
I think it'd be a very good idea if it could be supported more worldwide in schools to have emotional support, either that be counselors, in-school therapy, or just having a personal connection with teachers.
Social emotional learning helps us create that bond with our teachers so we can also learn from them.
I won't feel as judged no matter how I'm feeling that day if I say some things on my mind.
It can help a person like grow and like it could teach them to like carry it on after a while and like whenever they grow older.
Allows me to express my feelings and connect to my teachers and classmates and I can relate to them.
I think it's important because, like we're kind of like still growing up and we're still developing.
They should learn social emotional learning skills because it's important to be self-aware with yourself.
I feel with like middle school in general, that's where like people or kids start to change the most.
The desk has been great. We were able to use the data to to help our target kids and really align the behaviors that we need to focus on.
Our principal hired an additional 2 guidance counselors, and that has been a help so that they can target the individuals needed through those results.
So this was great because you're able to get a quick snapshot, screenshot of students who have challenges with social and emotional learning.
We might have a student, for example, who maybe is a little hesitant, maybe is defiant, but the DASA questions gives us more specific information on why, but then how to help that student.
The students that scored like low on DESA, we generated a list of names. We meet once a week typically, and we talk about depending on what they needed.
For those who feel that it's, we have too much to teach, and I gotta get to my curriculum, what I hope you all notice today is that it's so easy to embed in what you're doing.
If I didn't connect with my teachers, I wouldn't really feel motivated to anything in school.
It really affects students. You don't know how a student's feeling whenever they walk into a classroom or what they're going on at home.
But SEL is literally the lifeline to teaching your content area.
Personally, I think it's better to do it. Instead of making kids, work all the time, work, it's better to let them express themselves, calm down a little bit, and get to know their teachers too.
But I feel that social emotional learning can also help add a certain fun aspect to school, and it can also not be so hard, strict, just all tests, all schoolwork, just open your books and get started.
The pirate philosophy encourages collaboration, cooperation amongst children. It promotes engagement and hands-on learning.
We're all working together as a team, to kind of keep the boat afloat.
It's like a big role in Steinway in general. It really helps everyone get along well.
Learn like a pirate's get deep into the activity, kind of don't just do a little bit, do the full work and stuff.
Pirate philosophy has the children as an active ingredient within the lesson plan.
I have a question or something, instead of maybe asking the teacher, I'll ask my friend that.
Lead like a pirate.
Learn like a pirate.
Teach like a pirate.
Lead like a pirate.
Learn like a pirate.
I would like to thank William.
The first person is Principal Vanessa Williams.
George.
Miss Ziegel.
Mr. K, my math teacher.
Eton, one of our 6th graders.
I would say student Karan.
Ms. Van Yeven.
Matthew.
Mrs. Kim or Mr. Peters.
William.
Miss Cohen, my science teacher.
I would like to thank Mr. Tudaki.
We really saw his growth and development when he embraced the Castle 5 skills.
And they make sure that I'm doing well in class, and they make sure that I'm doing well mentally.
She's always there for us.
She makes sure that staff is super prepared and that their voices are heard around this social emotional work.
And he said all those lessons that we were trying to impart then, he understood now.
His teachers helped him utilize those life skills, and we've really seen him grow as a student.
What's great about Miss Williams is that she's just we all work with her, and it's not just about giving people demands of what to do. It's kind of all working together because we all are invested in 141.
Thank you.
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 Principal Williams, thank you so much for the opportunity to come and see the Steinway today and see how you are prioritizing social emotional learning. I got to hear from your students, I heard from your faculty, I heard from support staff around how powerful the work is doing here at the school. So just thank you for the opportunity to come in and see it.
Thank you so much. We're so happy to host this SEL showcase today. We look forward to continuing to work together with the Urban Assembly to push the work forward.
And what I'm really excited too is about the rest of Queens to see this work, and the rest of New York City to learn from the Steinway in terms of some of the work that they're doing around social, emotional, and academic development, and learn from you. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you so much. We're so happy to be a part of it, and we look forward to growing the work and keeping it moving.
SEL is not a moment, but a movement, and you sure exemplify that, so thank you.
Thank you.